Today we discuss the Fender American Professional 2 Stratocaster. Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas, but we're always online at tarpleymusic.com. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, if you could just tap that subscribe, that would be great. Love to have you as a subscriber. So this is the Fender American Professional 2 Strat. This, to me, is just a really great American-made workhorse Strat with a couple of extra features. So there's a lot of comforts of home when you think Strat on this. So almost all the colors is an alder body. There is a roasted pine where it's a see-through. So other than that, you get your alder body here, and you can get it in maple fretboard. It's a 9.5 radius, bone nut, 22 frets, and then bent steel saddles here with your 2-point tremolo. So all very standard Stratty things. It's a deep C neck is what they call it, but to me it's a very comfortable normal just C-shaped neck. I think it's pretty good for small or big hands. And then you've got your staggered standard cast tuners here. So all the comforts of home Strat, right? Well, let's talk about a few differences. So these actually have narrow, tall frets. So if you're used to more of a medium jumbo or a jumbo fresh, something like that, where you're really digging into the fretboard, these narrow, tall, you really don't have to as much. You're not pushing down to get on that fretboard. You're almost like you're gliding on top of it, which is great or bad, depending on your playing style, right? There's no right or wrong. For me, it really takes me some working with it because I'm so used to just really digging in. No right or wrong on that, but that's kind of what makes this cool in that sense. The other thing is a beautifully sculpted heel. So if you're getting way up on the neck and you're doing soloing stuff, this is very, very comfortable to get up there. And then the last thing is these are the V-Mod 2 single coils. So Fender, according to Fender, it basically says they are voiced for each position to kind of emulate, vintage, like that vintage warmth and crispiness. So we'll let you decide that. We're just going to plug it in and play through the situations, but that's what they claim that these are going for. The cool thing is now on top of your standard 5-way position switch where you get your neck, middle bridge, and the bridge. Whenever you push in the second tone knob, you're actually adding the neck pickup back in. So you're getting two more tonal qualities, basically. So if you're in position 2 here, where you normally would just have middle and bridge, then you're getting all three because you're adding the neck in there. So when you're hitting position 1, leaving that middle out, then you get your neck and bridge, much like a telly. So that's adding two more sounds to the Strat palette, if you will. So a lot of tonal options with this thing, which to me makes it, like I said, it's just a workhorse, very, very versatile. So I'm just going to play some real simple kind of stuff. We're going to go through all the positions so you can kind of hear it clean and the differences of that. And then we're just going to push them just a little bit with some overdrive. All right, so for the demo part of this, I'm just going right into a Fender Deluxe Reverb. This is a Tone Master, and we're just going to go direct out of this right into the interface, right? So the main point of this is you'll hear in one position and then how those positions change the tone. And then for some overdrive, I've got a Jackson Audio Bellstar, and I'm just going to throw a little bit of overdrive on there so you can hear how those react to that. So here we are. We're sitting at home, right? Your neck position or position 5 on the Strat with just your neck here. Here, so position 4. So now we've got also known as our sweet spot, right? So you got your middle and your neck. So now third position, so middle only. Position 2, so middle and bridge. So now we're in position 1, so we're going all the way back to the bridge or a treble pickup. Remember, if I push that second tone knob, I'm now adding the neck back into it, so I have neck and bridge. all the way to we're switching, excuse me, to position 2. So now with that neck being added, we have all 3 going. Cool. So now going through the Jackson Audio Bellstar, right, we're just going to get a little bit of overdrive to it. We're going to go through that same exact sequence again. So here we are starting at the neck. Position 2. That's a really punchy spike. I like that. So here is bridge all the way with overdrive. Push pull, so we're adding the neck back in, so we have neck and bridge now. Position 2, so now we got all 3. Alright, so we've heard the guitar on its own, but now I want to hear it playing a couple different parts with some tracks that I did earlier. Alright, let's hit it, boys. So, of course, there are a lot of Strats out there, right? Tons of Strat models, and everyone's like, well, what are the difference between all these Strats? Isn't a Strat? And I'm like, well, now there are subtle differences, but absolutely differences between all the different types. And of course, and I'm just referring to, all the American Strats or all the Mexico Strats or all the Squire series or whatever. So there are these little differences here and there, and it's not like they're changing everything, right? This may be one thing changing, one thing added. So that's why I really like this series because you get American made. It's you feel at home with just all the Strat stuff you would normally feel, but you got a little extra push with, these a few contour comfort things, and then of course you can add that neck pickup in a couple of positions. So to me, it really just kind of adding on to that. I don't feel like anything is taken away. Now for me, I dig in really hard when I play. So frets are a very personal preference. So I had to work on really lighting up on this so I don't pull things sharp and I may have, who knows. But the my point being is that there's no right or wrong. And it kind of has got me intrigued where I'm like, I really would like to get a guitar with some tall frets to work on it for certain aspects of things. So to me, that's the beauty of all these different models, right? There's a place for everybody with that one little change. So to me, it's one that if you're really looking for, if you got really kind of a light touch and man, I need kind of a workhorse that kind of does everything, this might be a guitar to look at. So American Strat, right? And then a couple of other little things. So it's like I can push this, I can get like a middle position of a telly. If I need more punch or more bite, I might go with a maple fretboard as opposed to Palfaro. So I mean, there's a lot of great options just in the series for what it is. And then you got American Strat, right? So all the colors are really nice. This is my favorite one. We just happen to have one of them here. But there's, of course, you can get some classic colors, three tone sunburst or like that, whether Pile or Maple. So there's a lot of options. So all around workhorse Strat. Really can't say too many bad things about it by any stretch. It's just great guitar, great Strats. Couple little features there. I really like the neck and the bridge there from a rhythm standpoint. I really had fun doing so. I think it'd be really good for like funk stabs and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of fun to play around with. But even if you get one or two tones and you just stick with those few tones, then that's great too. So anyway, I hope you got some kind of interest now, maybe in the professionals, or kind of see what how this differentiates maybe from the Ultra and some other videos that we've done. Fender does have a lot of models. Like I said, for the most part, they're just changing a thing or two. So the best way to do it, the part I cannot portray to you, is how the guitar feels. So you got to come down to the store, talk to us, and get some guitars in your hands. I don't think anything will ever replace putting a guitar in your hands for decisions. But what we like to do is kind of give you some info so you can narrow those decisions down. When you come up and go, hey man, I saw this video, I want to try those two guitars out. Awesome. We'd love to help you. Really had a good time doing this video. Hit like if you did enjoy it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And we're just constantly dropping videos, and we're just going to be doing more. We're going to be expanding and doing a whole lot of other things. So if you'd like to keep up with us and you'd like to know when that happens, just turn on notifications, and we will see you on the next one.